Hey, young Paul, it's about to have a young person interviewing me.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm that young, but I appreciate
Well,
you come armed with the
you look young, so
thanks. I appreciate you come armed with a guitar today too.
always have a guitar will travel.
Yes, absolutely. I love it. What are
Yeah.
you working on today?
Well, we're getting ready for the big Ides of March show on March
Yeah.
15th with Symphony. So we're putting that set list together, and it's going to be amazing.
Oh, that's great. We've got to talk to you about this album because it's just so good. The Roots and Shoots Volume One, and
Ah,
which means we get more of it if there's a Volume One, right?
well, I'm baiting you for two, and we can
Yes.
talk a little about that too. Yeah.
But you got to be excited about this because it's just such a great collection of songs and such amazing collaborators. And how
Yeah.
fun is that?
Well, I'm very lucky to have so many friends, a lot of whom I um, grew up with, toured with as a member of the Ides of March and Survivor, and and then new groups that I've been working with, like Pride of Lions and New Discoveries that are represented on this volume one. So it's a compendium of my influences and the people that I've met and loved.
Hmm. And was there a particular song or particular collaboration that you're especially excited about? Because I mean, they're all so good, but just it's all very different too, which is really cool.
Well, yeah, it's like trying to choose your favorite child.
Right.
They're all wonderful. But I'll tell you, the collaboration of Kevin Cronin, who I've known, well, I didn't know he was in the audience when the Ides of March played the Blue Village in Westmont, Illinois. But he was there at age 15, kind of taking mental notes. And later on, he asked our agent if we could play his prom at Oaklawn High School. And that's when I really met Kevin, a young Kevin. He was probably 17. I was like all of 19 or 18. And we became fast friends then and to this day. And he has the lead off track on Roots and Shoots Volume 1, Dangerous Combination, which has a video. And we are a dangerous combination, actually.
Yeah. I'll bet. Well, and of course, going through that whole wonderful time in the '80s, it had to have been, a total fun with a bunch of wild stories,
Yeah.
that may come out someday, right?
Well, as they say, if you remember the 80s, you weren't there. But yeah, the 80s was a great decade. It's been maligned, but I had my big success with theme from Rocky 3, Eye of the Tiger, at the behest of Stallone, who left me a voice message machine that I thought was a joke, a message on my machine. Hey, yo, Jim, give me a call. It's a nice answering machine you got there. Give me a call. It's Sylvester Stallone. And I keep sorting mail, and I thought it was a joke. And my wife, Karen, says, you idiot, you got to call him back. That might be Stallone. Okay, and 818 area code is a good sign. And he answers, yo. I go, this is a real good sign. And I said, this is Jim Peterik. Is this really Sylvester Stallone? He goes, hey, Jimbo, call me Sly. I said, okay, Sly, got it. And he said, I got this new movie called Rocky 3, and I don't want to use that Gonna Fly Now song. It's a nice song, but I want something new, something for the kids. Can you help me out? I said, absolutely. It's some dumb joke like, is the Pope Catholic or something? Yeah, it's a good joke. And he sent actually a script, but a rough cut of the movie, which was more important. And I got together with Frankie, and we watched that film, and we see Mr. T rising up, Stallone kind of getting soft doing Master Charge commercials. And I had my guitar on my neck, and I just started going, I'm trying to catch that pulse, then I'm trying to coordinate the punches with the chords, and I go, wait for the punch, and we just kept going. And before you know it, I was jogging around the neighborhood, scribbling down lyrics, and we sent it to Stallone. We demoed it, at a local studio here in Chicago. And he says, "This is great. It's the demo, but I got to use it in the movie because the deadline." So what a lot of people don't know is that the version you hear when you go see the movie Rocky III is the demo. And then, we do that so quickly, the fresh blush of inspiration. And then when it was time to do the final, man, it took us like a month and a half. And it was like we finally got it as good as the demo, better actually, because the sounds were better and all that. But what a story.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's a great story. You might be familiar with my co-host Drew Pearson, one of our great Dallas Cowboys, and caught the
Yeah,
Hail Mary.
of course.
Yeah, went in the Hall of Fame, and we always ask people their Hail Mary moment, which is that moment in your life or career where you just have to go for it and it worked out for you. That might be it.
And what is his?
Well, his was actually catching the original Hail Mary.
That would work.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, tell him he's got the eye of the tiger.
He certainly does. That's so cool. I love that. We'll definitely have to have you on with him before sometime. He's amazing.
I would love that.
Yeah, and of course, a lot of people have been looking up on that stage and listening to your songs for years and years and thinking that's what I want to do, but certainly not easy. What kind of advice do you give people that want to follow in your footsteps?
Well, try to do something that resonates with you personally. If you're trying to, or someone that I usually try to write from experience or from an experience of a friend or someone that I know or a story, but it's got to relate to other people. It's not just enough to please yourself, and so I always say, make the song lyrically relatable. Music is subjective. I like to go for really a catchy melody, a good melody, some modulations, into a chorus to lift it. I have, gimmicks that I use, so to speak, that I rely on to elevate a song.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And, of course, this business is, very up, very down. It can go all kinds of ways. What do you keep in mind that kind of keeps you on the right path, even when things are tough?
Yeah. Well, the love of music is central, I think. And people say, what's the biggest hit you've ever written? I said, I haven't written it yet. Now deep down, I know that Eye of the Tiger, it's going to be hard to beat the success of Eye of the Tiger and Vehicle and Hold On Lucy. A couple of, I got like the Dirty 20 that made my career, but it doesn't mean I won't keep trying to achieve that and beat it. Whether I do or not, that's up to the public.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's the best way to look at it. Now, of course, we love to hear these songs live. If we get a chance to, are we going to see a big tour coming up?
Well, the Ides of March, our big show, our believe it or not, 60th anniversary show is coming up March 15th, which is the Ides of March. Ides of March with orchestra. It's going to be, pretty phenomenal. And I'm looking at the set list, just a great combination of hits that I've written, obviously, with and for the Ides of March, and with 38 Special, and with Survivor, and it's just a lot of hits. I'm looking at the set list right now, and it's like Burning Heart, is in that, and High on You, Pepe, LA Goodbye from the Ides of March. You wouldn't listen by the Ides of March. Then a 38 Special medley, Caught Up in You, Hold On Loosely, Rockin' Into the Night. Then we close out with Vehicle and Eye of the Tiger, and hopefully the people will love it.
Oh, yeah, they're going to love it. Sounds like I need to fly to Chicago here pretty soon.
Yes, please do.
Yeah, that'd be amazing. And it's got to be so fun now that you see just generations of people just enjoying this, and then they're bringing their kids, and they're just looking, going, "I got to do this, right?"
Oh my God. I mean, the stories I have from the children of fans and the grandchildren of fans and friends, and 6-year-olds, 7-year-olds, boys and girls saying, "Mommy, Daddy, that's my favorite song, Eye of the Tiger." And I go, wow, that's the reward right there, crossing
Yeah,
generations.
yeah. That's just got to be cool because with so many hit songs, you could be in the mall, you could be at the gas station, you could be at a car wash, and you just hear the songs. It's got to make you smile, right?
Oh, that's the biggest royalty I could ever ask for, is the appreciation through the generations.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, are there any other musical things? I knew you're always working on different things. Is there something else
Well,
you're working on?
I just wanted to touch on a few other
Yeah,
things
please.
on Roots and Shoots Volume 1. Colin Peterik, my son, we wrote a really good song, Before Anyone Knows We're Gone, and I'm so proud of him. And he's got one of the best Steely Dan tribute bands called Brooklyn Charmers, but and they tour everywhere. But he's also got his second solo album coming out in the spring this year, so I'm really proud of him. And then Don Barnes and I, we've been friends since the 38 Special days. He came in and Larry and I wrote a song called Last Dream Home, which Don added some lyrics to make it his own. And that's a really good track. There's a video on Last Dream Home as well. Paul Childers, a discovery by a friend and talent scout, Christine Trammell from New Orleans, who finds talent in that area. And Paul Childers now lives in Nashville, but we have a great song called Forever's the Last Place You Look. And the old guard, Kelly Kagi from Night Ranger, one of the greatest drummer singers. A lot of people don't realize he's the guy that sang their biggest hit ever, Sister Christian.
Right.
That was him who sang it and played drums. Incredible talent. Ashton Brooke Gill, who Christine Trammell discovered, and I wrote the song with a really good songwriter, Bill Sinar. It's called As I Am, very much This Is Who I Am, and me and Mark Farner wrote a song called Friends Forever. He's a classic. His voice originally with Grand Funk, and as a soloist, his voice is like so amazing. I'm jealous. He's that good. Mark McKay and New Discovery, a song called I Found Me When I Found You. Fire and Water, Dave Mikulskis, a local singer. And Lisa McLaury, a great singer who's now touring the nation as Cher, the biggest Cher, I hate to even call her impersonator, but Cher tribute artist. And Lisa and I go way back. So, just a lot of variety.
Yeah. Oh, what a joy. That's so cool. And it'd be amazing to see like a whole show of all this, right? Kind of like the way you're putting together the Eyes of March, right?
You never know. We have a big show planned for the fall of this year. So we're trying to put that together. And with a lot of these guests, it's going to be epic if it comes off.
Yeah. Well, I got to know your favorite riff from the because you have so many amazing just guitar parts. Just your favorite riff from this album.
Oh, from this album?
Yeah.
Well, oh my God. Well, let me see. That's a tough one. This is not really necessarily a riff-oriented album.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, the riffs that stick in my head are like, of course, Don Barnes and I we go so far back. I never knew there'd come a day when I'd be saying to you, don't let this good love slip away. Now that we know that it's true, don't you know the kind of man I am? Said I'd never fall in love again, but it's real to feel comes shining through. I'm so caught up in you, little girl. You're the one that's got me down on my knees. So caught up in you, little girl. And I never want to get myself free. And baby, it's true, you're the one who caught me. Baby, you taught me. So caught up in you.
Yeah, I love it.
That was a good one.
Didn't expect that. Oh, that's so cool. I love that. I got to know, how do you keep the voice up, and how do you keep the hands, everything that you do so well for so long?
Well, if you do it every day, it's like an exercise,
True.
I can't even take a week off from singing because I hate to say a muscle. That sounds really, but you have to keep using the voice, Same thing with fingers, you just have to keep using it, keep them oiled up,
Yeah, absolutely. Wow. So glad that you do. Well, before we let you go, is there any other thing that you're working on that we should know about? Because I feel like you've always got a bunch of things.
Well, you're right about that. But, I did want to talk about Roots and Shoots Volume 2.
Please. Oh, yes, yes.
That'll probably come out June-ish, on Frontiers. And we've got, just to mention a few, a song called Your Own Hero that I wrote with Mike Reno of Loverboy. What a voice.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He's one of the greatest rock singers of all time, really. Been to the Mountain with Jason Sheff, formerly of member of Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
All That's Mine to Give, one of the greatest voices I've worked since the passing of Jimmy Jameson. Toby Hitchcock. I have a group with him called Pride of the Lions, and he's amazing. We Can Fly by the Ides of March. We're going to be putting out a new album later in the year. Love Lives with the great Kathy Richardson of Jefferson Starship. Amazing singer. I was lucky enough to kind of discover her when she was 18, and Linda Mensch, her attorney, who's now passed, comes over, calls me and says, "You've got to hear, it's a funny story, but Kathy's dad used to pump gas at not pump gas, he owned the gas station, and I was pumping gas. And he goes, my daughter sings. And I go, oh God, I've heard this one. And Linda Mensch, a music attorney, calls me and said, that girl at the gas station, she's really great. And I had Kathy Richardson go out through those very doors there, and she was kind of a scared 19-year-old. And I immediately, her talent blew me away. And I produced her first album, Moon That Banana, and it's still one of my favorites, and we're still great friends. And she's on this record. So you make friends for life, really.
Yeah. And what a joy to have just such a beautiful career full of wonderful music and great collaborators. It's amazing.
I know. I knew her when she was a scared 19-year-old. Not no more.
Yes. Yeah. Well, yeah, to have a great life full of color as we do, right?
Yeah, exactly. Well, I like your skeleton kind of pastiche in the background.
Yeah, absolutely. These are two by Autumn and one by Joe Chavez right there. And
oh my God.
To have a little Day of the Dead.
I love it. Good stuff.
Yeah. Thank you so much. I love your background. Just the creativity around always helps, right?
Oh yeah, you got to surround yourself with the best and the inspirations.
Oh, that's amazing. Well, I had mentioned Drew Pearson earlier. We are actually having a show next Thursday with Sir Earl Toon from Kool and the Gang. With Celebration, ladies and I get down on it. So we'd love to have you on then if we can.
Oh man, get down on it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. So well, success with that show.
Yes, absolutely. Well, that would be amazing. Well, we definitely appreciate your time today. Congratulations on the album. It's so good, and and everything. And then of course the great Ides of March show coming up. So you got a lot to get in. I'm gonna have to look at flights today to Chicago.
Okay, look, don't just talk about it. Do it.
All right, that sounds good.
All right, brother. Thank you, man.
Thank you so much. All right, appreciate you. All right, bye.